Despite being in a town in the Karakalpak Desert, tourists travel to Nukus to see the world's second largest collection of Soviet avant-garde art. The founder of the museum, Igor Savitsky, collected around 100,000 paintings. Many were hidden when the Soviet Union banned almost all art which didn't conform to socialist principles. Savitsky secretly smuggled the paintings to a place so remote that nobody would find them, and sometimes gave them a new name, like this one by Samuel Rubashkin, originally called the Bulldozer Exhibition.
The exhibition that was arranged by dissident artists or non-conformist artists at the outskirts of Moscow, and they were smashed off by KGB, who came with bulldozer.
To ensure the painting's safety, Savitsky renamed the work Feast of Spring in the park. Before he died in 1984, he handed the collection over to Baba Nazarova, who turned the museum into an international attraction. Then she was suddenly removed from her position 4 years ago. An international group of art lovers called Friends of Nukus has recently stopped financial support because of her dismissal and what they call mismanagement of the museum. As an art consultant, Marinika Babanazarova is now guiding tours in a different museum. Forbidden art created at a time when avant-garde was considered treason and its painters enemies of the state. This enormous collection has been described by critics worldwide as unique and invaluable, but there are concerns about its future. The works of Alexander Volkov were among the first Savitsky collected. His son, who is also a well-known painter, fears for the future of 90 of his father's paintings owned by the museum.
Maybe
the idea was to bring people there who are not that loyal to this museum and won't protect it, won't stand in the way of selling paintings.
The Ministry of Culture in Tashkent didn't respond to a request for an interview, but the museum's management says the collection is in good hands.
I can confidently say that every item brought here by Savitsky is carefully secured. None of the paintings can be taken out of the museum just like that. You will need a pass.
The museum's former director is not convinced.
At risk, the collection itself, the popularity of the museum, the reputation of it.
But the selection of a new museum director who will start his work in September is reason for optimism, she believes. He is handed a huge responsibility to protect the future of one of the world's extraordinary collections. Vaessen, Jazeera, Nukus, Uzbekistan.